Everybody, how's it going? Kelly from MAMJ Let's Play here, and today I just figured we'd do a chill little video, not quite like an update video, although I will give you guys some tidbits as to what's going on, but, you know, I just wanted to sit down and talk with you guys, so hopefully you guys don't mind that. First things first, good lord, this work schedule has affected my daily life a lot more than I thought it was going to. Like, I knew that having a Monday through Friday schedule was going to be a certain kind of different, especially coming from retail. I did not realize how many things close the moment you get off work and you can't do anything until the weekend, which is when I was essentially filming and planning on filming and getting all my stuff done. But of course you can't get 7 days worth of videos over the course of 2 days if you want actual quality content. But I can't just film stuff because I have to do other things. Like, I had to go get my driver's license today on a Saturday at the DMV. I'm sure you guys know how the DMV can be on a regular day. On a Saturday, it's so much worse. There was a line wrapped around the building before they even opened. I tried to get there at 8 o'clock on the dot, and there were people waiting outside the building, like lined up around it so that they could get in and get some stuff taken care of. It took forever. So yeah, it's been crazy. I don't know when I'm going to be able to be on a normal, consistent schedule. I've been trying to post videos every other day, but of course that's even been an issue sometimes where I schedule a video and it doesn't schedule for the day that I want it to. It's actually the day after, or I'm not able to get up in the morning in time and make a thumbnail and all that stuff that I need to do in order to get the video posted. And so I have to push it back a day, things like that. Things have happened. So my main goal right now is to get back to daily content. I know that it's not going to be this week, like the week you're watching this video, because I'm starting now. Like I'm starting to film some videos so that I have at least a couple for the next couple days, but it is not going to be a daily thing. I know there's still the Hyperdimension Neptunia fans that are chomping at the bit waiting for the next episode. I think I'm good to film. I'm just really, really nervous because like time is of the essence. And so it's one of those things where it may take an hour, it may take 2 hours to get like a good chunk of video footage. I don't remember where I was in the story. I think I was starting something new. So I may be able to do just like a quick 30-minute video, but if there's any dungeon exploring or grinding or boss battles, things like that, like it will take up a lot more time. And unfortunately right now, I don't have that chunk of time I can set aside for it. So I will be getting to it hopefully soon. It's not being discontinued or anything, but do not think that I've forgotten about you guys. There's a ton of games that I want to play. There's so many games that I want to play. There's a bunch of cool RPG Maker horror games that have come out. A lot of interesting visual novel games like the Dream Daddy, which I thought about playing. The Letter, which looks freaky and cool, and I can't wait to dive into that. So there's a lot of stuff I want to play. It's just I haven't been able to get it on my plate. And part of that is actually what I'm going to film and when I'm going to film it. Because one of the things I take pride in, I know this channel's small, but one of the things I really like is the fact that I don't have to film a ton of stuff in advance and you guys post stuff in the comments and then your opinions and your voices aren't getting heard. I love the theories. I love doing stuff where it's like, why don't you try this next time? And I actually get to do it in the next video. So I can't film too far ahead, but at the same time, I don't want to spread out a series so long like Rakuen. It's been a really long time. Like, it's probably been a week since I've actually filmed anything or played the game. So by the time I get back to it, it's like, I'm going to figure out what's happening. You guys are going to figure out what's happening. And I don't want that to be a thing either. So I want to be consistent, but at the same time, I don't want to just, you know, film 3-4 episodes in one day. And then you guys are just like, why didn't you do the thing that I told you to do? So I don't know what I'm going to do right now. I've been toying with a bunch of different things. One of them would be like shorter episodes, which I don't really want to do, to be honest with you, especially if I'm going to be diving back into visual novels, because those things are a beast. We got Chaos Child coming out soon, so that's going to be interesting to say the least. But yeah, there's Danganronpa 2 that's going to be out really, really soon. I'm so excited. I can't wait to play it. It's going to be awesome. But yeah, so hopefully by then I'll have my head on straight and I won't have to be doing a lot of these errand type things on the weekends. Of course, you know, Amanda is working her own schedule as well, but since she's new to the store, she doesn't work too many nights or anything, which typically I would film when we had a mismatch in our schedule. So that way, if she was at work in the morning and I worked at night or vice versa, I could film like 3 or 4 episodes and have some videos prepped up for the rest of the week. Now it's a little bit harder to do that, especially when we both come home around the same time, which is good. It's a good thing for us, like as a couple. but it's just harder when you're trying to have a channel and do other stuff, because you don't want to be like, okay, I'm home, it's 6 o'clock, we're going to eat dinner, I'm going to film for 2 hours, and then we're going to go to bed. Like that wouldn't work, you know? So it's been really hard to figure out what to do. And I'm not saying it's her fault at all. But of course, now that we're in a 1-bedroom apartment and this little area is part of the living room, it's a lot harder for me to be like, why don't you just sit in the bedroom for like 2 hours, you know, and just watch a Korean drama or something. Kind of hard to suggest that, you know, but I think now that she's getting a little bit more comfortable with her work, they may have her work different hours. I may be able to film some stuff over the weekends, because like this past weekend, we actually both had off, which was great. It was fantastic. I didn't get to film anything, but we were able to explore the city of Charlotte and kind of like get a feel for it. Because I've actually moved from state to state a couple times. I've lived in Kansas, or I grew up in Kansas, moved to Minnesota, went from Minnesota down to Georgia, and now from Georgia to North Carolina. So I'm okay with it. But for Amanda, she was born and raised in Atlanta. Like, she hadn't even left her parents' place until we got together and we got an apartment together, you know, just the two of us. So it's been a huge adjustment phase for her. I'm not saying she's not handling it properly, she's not doing anything right, but I'm trying to take that in consideration. So we've been trying to explore the city, see what's here, you know, just to realize that it was worth it. It was a good step to take, and that it wasn't all bad. We've been trying out different like Asian places to eat, or just food, pretty much. Food, gardens, parks, you know, you name it. We probably thought about it or explored it at this point. We haven't gone to any museums or theme parks yet, but that may be in the future sometime. But, you know, it's nice to have that time together where we can actually just explore stuff and see what this city has to offer. So that's kind of taken up a good chunk of my time, is just reacclimating myself to a regular schedule in a new place, entirely new routine. It's been very, very interesting. There's also another project that I'm trying to get up off the ground for myself. I'm not saying that I'm doing it, but I'm trying to help with it. And so the only time I'm able to do anything like meaningful is again over the weekend. So that takes time away from all the other stuff that I can do. And to be honest with you, it's been hard. Like, I haven't really had time to do any of that over like filming videos for the channel. So don't feel like I put you guys off for that other project. It's actually the opposite, and I feel terrible that like I haven't been able to help out as much as I've wanted to. So there's a lot of stuff in the works, but like I said, I didn't want this to be just like a I don't know what happened with my voice there. It's been so long since I've recorded. My voice is like, I can't handle this. There's no physical way for you to be able to talk this long. But I didn't want to just ramble on about stuff on the channel and like make it sound like I was making excuses. So like I said, I wanted to talk about some stuff that I've been excited about. Clearly Danganronpa. Chaos Child I think would be good. But tying into that, there's going to be a Steins Gate Zero anime. I'm so hyped for that. Like, I know I wasn't able to play the game for the channel, and I was gonna try and do like a spoiler discussion, but unfortunately it just didn't. With all the stuff that's happened, I haven't had time to do it. But the anime may be something interesting and something fun to watch. The anime for the original Steins Gate was amazing. Hopefully you guys have experienced Steins Gate one way or another. I would recommend the visual novel. I'm not saying you have to watch my playthrough of it, but if you want to, it's there. But the anime does a good job, but you're not able to experience all of the bad endings, all the things that happen that culminate in this experience, you know, and it's a slow burn. And the sequel's not really that much different when it comes to that type of burn, but I think it's fun. I do like the original a little bit more, but Steins Gate Zero, I've got high hopes for the anime. Also, though, Persona 5 is getting an anime, and so I know that a lot of you guys want me to play Persona 5. I've been on the fence about it, like from the day it released. And of course, there was a whole Atlas thing where they're like, you're not going to be able to let's play it, or you're not going to be able to show the last chapter of it. Things like that kind of like push me away from it. But I'll be honest with you, I'm not a really big Persona game fan. I do like Persona as a franchise and as a series, which is really weird. But like, I watched the Persona 4 Golden, and I really, really enjoyed it. I would never think about playing the game though. So it's one of those things where I think with Persona 5, it's going to be the same thing. I'm going to watch the anime. I'm going to love it. Won't even touch the game. And I know some of you guys are like, but why would you like one and not the other? I don't like the routine stuff. Like, I don't know. It's just not something that clicks with me where I'm like, okay, so now I have to go to school and do homework and take tests and get a part-time job and then maybe explore a dungeon. And it's not something that I'm just saying where, you know, everybody's like, well, if you experience it, it's different. I tried to play Persona 3 twice before I even before I even started this channel, actually, and I can't get through it. Like, it's so much social interaction where I'm just like, I don't want to hang out with you. But the fact that I'm supposed to know what stats are going to help with what when I do this thing with this person, and again, they've streamlined it for the other ones. This is kind of a weird rant, but it just got to the point where it's like, I'm either using people specifically to manipulate my own stats, or I don't want to hang out with anybody. I get punished for it later, and I'm not able to play the game and get the most out of it. So I'm definitely going to watch the Persona 5 anime. Like, I'm really excited for it, and I think it's going to be awesome. But other than that, I don't think I've really had time to do too much. I'm trying to think if there's anything I've even been able to watch. They did update, if you guys have probably all seen it because you're awesome and cool, and I'm way behind on the trend of things. But season 2 for Assassination Classroom came out on Crunchyroll, which it's been out forever. Like, I think Assassination Classroom's been over for like 2 or 3 years, but they finally updated it on Crunchyroll. So I guess Funimation played nice, so I'm able to finish that out. So if I even have like 20-30 minutes to myself, that's what I'm doing, is I'm trying to get through the end of Assassination Classroom, because that's a fun little show, to say the least. But yeah, so that's pretty much my life right now. It's been work, dinner, sleep, and work Monday through Friday, and then from Friday night till Sunday is kind of running errands, keeping the apartment in somewhat of a nice condition, because like I'm trying to make sure we don't have to deal with all the craziness that we did when we moved out of a 2-bedroom, because everything's smaller now, so we need to be better. So I'm trying to do my part. So yeah, it's been interesting, but I feel like I'm rambling now. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. Thank you guys so much for your support of the channel, whether it's just watching old videos. I've seen so many people commenting on old stuff like Corpse Party, the Strange Man series, things like that. It's been really fun to see people going back to those videos. I'm sure they're atrocious to watch now, but I appreciate the gesture, to say the least. But yeah, so thank you guys for that. Thank you guys for subscribing. I know the subscriber count has been growing ever so slightly, but it has been growing, and I haven't been able to really say thank you guys for that. So I appreciate it. I'm sorry that you guys came at such a turbulent time in my life. Not a bad turbulent, but a good turbulent, you know, just a lot of good things have been happening. We got to go to a Hello Kitty food truck. So that was last Saturday. Yeah, when we went out and about, we found out that there's a food truck that's Hello Kitty themed. And we bought probably way too many things. But either way, you know, it's been fun, and I've been having a blast. I'm sorry that I haven't been able to chronicle it for you guys or do any other videos. And I know some of you guys are going to say, don't worry about it, which is why I wanted to do just like a chill update video. You know, just be like, hey, these are the things I've been doing. This is what I've been interested in. And maybe you guys will be able to share with me what you guys are doing and what you're interested in. Because there's a lot of stuff out there. And of course, there's a lot of cool things that I have yet to discover. But I think I'm going to leave it at that. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you enjoyed. I'll see you guys on the next MAMJ. Let's play.